Hello. How are you? I'm fine. Todd will be here in a moment. He's yeah. Sorry, we're running a little behind. There's Todd. Todd had to dismiss his maid, so here. There we go. Hello, Joel. Foot, quit sneezing. Had enough of that. Your mouthing is not appreciated. You just had dinner. Here he comes. Oh,
There we go.
hello.
It was just frozen there for a moment.
I know you're a big Disney fan. Uh, yeah, who else? Oh, God, a lot of people. Hello, Allie, Adam,
Oh,
Austin. God bless. All the most beautiful people.
damn, we're not this good.
Well, like 40% of us are.
Hello, Kim.
Oh, Cam, hello. Hmm. I hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. We're going to do this shit once again. It's been very valuable thus far. I hope everybody's got their quarantine hats on. Very important in this trying time. And most people take it seriously, except for Austin. Want to bring that up again? But Rebecca says she has her hat on, but she did not share that. However, Adam sent me a pic of his very sharp quarantine hat. Look at that! Look at that! Look at
That's fantastic.
what a good-looking man.
Look at that.
Austin could learn a thing or two.
Now that's a quarantine hat.
Yeah, the
It's got a
G.
C on it.
It's a
Is
G.
it a G?
The G. The G stands for gonna live. Unlike some people I know, don't want to name any names or anything, but
Well, Austin did choose the game Doom to put on his head.
yeah, very wise, Austin.
Meanwhile, Adam with the quarantine hat with G, which stands for got this shit.
Yep, good boy, good boy. Well, yeah, there we go.
Hey, she's consistent.
Meanwhile, Footfoot over here. Just mouthing.
Yeah.
Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. I think Joel asked what we were drinking. I'm back on my bullshit. I'm drinking some 37 Flood, and I realize this is very out of date. Tastes fine though.
I'm also drinking Dry Ground 37 Flood out of a West 6 glass.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
Badass. You've got a fresher can for sure. This is some old shit that I took home.
I drank this. Had a Jim Dandy Kolsch from our friends at Paducah Beer Works.
Oh yeah, it's a great Kolsch.
Mm-hmm.
And I re-up. I hit Roof Brothers. Loaded.
You've replenished.
Yeah, I was dantless for a good 24 hours there. So I hit Roof Brothers. They were nice. They took my money and then exchanged it for booze.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not on here, but I got another pic of a pretty amazing quarantine hat from Joseph. Joseph was on yesterday. Now that's safety.
Also, a great quarantine hat. It says, I'm the captain of surviving.
The captain and Tennille.
I'm the captain of this ship, and this ship is called Quarantine for Safety.
Yeah. How's everybody doing? As always, if you got questions, comments, subjects you want to that is important to you or not important to you or whatever, just whatever you want to talk about, we're down to talk about some shit. I definitely want to talk about some shit. Oh, we got a question in the Earl question marks.
What we got?
Adam, holy, I think this may be too long. Okay. I can't read the whole thing. It's too long, Adam. Recently on Twitter, someone wrote that we wouldn't be dealing with this shit if we got a Sprockets movie in 1999. Okay, well, I get the gist. What other unmade films would have kept us? That's where it cuts off, but I'm sure kept us alive. I mean, Sprockets, the Saturday Night Live sketch.
I'm assuming that's what he meant. The Mike Myers character, the German who had a monkey.
Yeah, I'm really upset we didn't get that film.
I'm sure it would have been great, like all the other movies based on Saturday Night Live characters.
I'll tell you a great one that gets overlooked is MacGruber.
MacGruber is fantastic.
It's super good. If you guys are looking for like something really funny to watch right now, which I can't see why you would want to laugh, but it's actually really damn good.
I'll be honest. I've liked just about everything that Will Forte has done. His TV show, Last Man on Earth, was fantastic, and the dude's always solid.
Oh yeah, super funny dude. Other movies that didn't get made? Oh Jesus. I don't know. I love those documentaries that have been coming out about movies that didn't get made for whatever reason. Jodorowsky's Dune is an amazing watch. If you haven't seen it, even better than that is the story of Todd. You'll probably remember the name, but it's Richard Stanley getting fired on the set of
Island of Dr. Moreau.
Yes, that's an amazing documentary.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. I think it's got Lost in the title or something. But yeah, it's a fantastic documentary. It's if you're into weird Marlon Brando shit, it's really choice.
Yeah. Okay, Daniel Yoakum is still alive down there in Nashville. That's good. Cheers, Daniel.
Cheers, buddy.
I don't like this little.
I'm trying to think of another good documentary. If I'm sure it's out there streaming somewhere about a movie that never got made. Was the documentary about the that Tim Burton was going to direct and Nicolas Cage was going to star in.
Yeah. Wow, that's wacky. There was some major wackiness happening there.
I have no idea what's going on.
There we go. Now we're caught up. Adam says he'd be interested to see the Eric Stoltz Back to the Future. I'm pretty sure on one of the updated releases has like all that footage you can watch, right?
They do. It was on. They came out with a like a Blu-ray set, and yeah, all of the filmed scenes with Eric Stoltz as Marty McFly are included in the special features.
Yeah. What the fuck?
My cat just like ripped the hat off of my head.
Sweet Jesus.
She's rowdy tonight.
Yeah, Flipfoot is too.
I'll tell you a movie that never got made that might have saved us from all of this madness. The final chapter of the Skywalker saga.
Yeah, I wish that would have came out. We would have saw it. And
I mean, I'm fine with the way The Last Jedi ended, but would have been nice to wrap it up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean that virus is fucking up a lot of shit for people.
And also, we never got the sequel to Starsky and Hutch called Zdarsky and Hutch.
Ah, beautiful.
Ah,
I get it. It's about Robert Zadar starring.
yeah. Robert Zadar was going to take over the role of Hutch.
I did a big contest.
Actually, he was going to play both. He was going to play both Zdarsky and Hutch.
He's got the range.
And Huggy Bear.
Yeah. I did a big contest on Twitter today. Offered to Venmo somebody 70 cents if they would reply to a picture, or reply to my tweet with a picture of Robert Zadar, and I guess Adam won. He didn't really send me his Venmo, but I mean that 70 cents is yours for the taking.
He just looks like such an angel in that picture, Cory.
He is. He looks just super sweet. I mean, just imagine caressing that chin. Joel's asking who's playing Huggy. I think Todd said Zadar was also playing Huggy.
Yes.
So yeah, what we got going on, Todd? You got any records or anything you want to talk about?
I do. Just got one in the old record roundup tonight, but it is.
You got to.
Record roundup time, Buckaroos. So we're all self-quarantining, self-isolating, and sometimes you want music that's going to take you on a little mental vacation to a better time and a better place. And what better to do that than with Don Ho and 30 Hawaiian favorites?
Pull back a little bit on that. Let's see. I want to see that hoe. Yeah,
look at that hoe.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on the beach drinking pina coladas right now.
Look, this is one record. Look at the number of songs that are on this damn thing. Each song is like 45 seconds long, apparently. But they're all delightful.
Yeah. Well, I know Don was also. Don used to be called the Minutemen of Hawaii.
Oh, he's the Ian MacKaye of Honolulu.
Definitely.
And you know it's quality because it was advertised on television.
Well, I hear it's an upcoming place to advertise.
This record actually was ordered off of the television back in the late 70s or early 80s by my grandparents.
What? That's nice. You got it in the will.
They owned two albums. This one and the other one was like some gospel music or something, but they dug the shit out of Don Ho.
I picture your grandparents' will. You know, they're going through the family, your brother and like your mom and like all these people, and like, you know, the house goes here. Our expensive china goes here. What the fuck are we gonna give Todd? Oh, let's give him a Don Ho wreck.
That's what I get. That's my little piece of the estate right there.
He'll appreciate that.
And you're right, Joel. Tiny effing bubbles. That's on here. So is Little Grass Shack, Pearly Shells.
Pearly Shells.
Pearly Shells.
Pearly Shells.
Lovely Hula Hands is a track.
All the hot tracks is basically.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It slaps, as the kids say.
Oh,
it fucking slaps.
Should not be slapping the hoe. Despite what Ice Cube says.
This hoe fucks, man. I'm telling you, it fucks.
Wow. Well, I guess we can do a random shelf pull now. You want to do that?
I love this. I love the suspense involved in this. It gets me very excited.
Give me both. It's the best part of my life. And I'm not going to say day is like the best part of my entire life thus far. Oh, well, this is since we got Austin on here, he'll appreciate this. It's John Wayne's The Searchers. It's a good Western. I'd venture to say it's an epic. John Ford. There's a shot of a door. Probably fairly might be considered racist in moments. But I mean, John Wayne was also a racist piece of shit.
He absolutely was.
Yeah. But I mean, it was in VistaVision. He was racist.
You know, I often
Look at.
I often watch movies from that period in American history, and while I'm watching them, I silently think to myself, wow, I'll bet every person in this movie, both in front of and behind the camera, were racist.
Absolutely. I mean, look how daintily John is standing here. What a twat. Yeah, so, yeah. The Searchers, that's what randomly came off my shelf. Well, hello, John.
It's a movie about a search.
They go a searching. The original title was John Goes a Searching. Hello, John. John is here. John's a wonderful man out there in the Louisville area doing God's work.
Howdy, John.
He's a wonderful man.
So what else can we talk about here, Cory? Did you have a good supper?
I did not have sandwich tonight. I've not eaten.
Well, you're drinking. That's the important thing.
Yeah, I had a nice cracker earlier. Well, let me give you guys a quick Bigfoot update. Sorry. I probably should have removed the Zadar.
Meanwhile,
See,
finally calm the fuck down.
this is the content you guys have been needing in your lives right here. I did think about this after last night. I don't remember who said it. We were talking about we were talking about Hidalgo, being a film about horses that get chased by tornadoes, and we talked about Nick joked that the movie Twister, the prequel to Twister was like called The Gust or something. Like it was the origin story of the Twister. So I mean, we could definitely talk about other origin stories for some fun movies. If you guys want to do that, if you guys have
Why not?
if you guys have any ideas for that.
Yeah, give us some movies, and we'll give you their prequel / origin.
Yeah, or if you got one of your own, just shit her at us, as we say. My neighbors just took a shit. I mean, you can hear it gushing through my walls. My upstairs neighbors. And I can tell when they take a shit because it's clangy. The pee just flows nicely. The poops are clangy. We got a question in there in the old question box here.
Here we go.
Adam says the shadow. What is the origin story for the shadow?
That would be Alec Baldwin.
I think that's what he's talking about. The origin, or yeah. Well, I think the shadow was an origin story for the shadow, the character. But if we're talking about the event of shadowing, I mean, I guess it would be something about the formation of the sun.
Actually, I think the I think the prequel to the Shadow is probably Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean because Alec Baldwin's character is a ghost in that movie, and so he can do whatever he wants. So as a ghost, he travels back in time to the 40s and becomes the Shadow.
It makes sense. I mean, he's already wispy as a ghost.
He says the Shadow 3 times, and boom, there he is. 1942. He's the Shadow, and he knows the evil that lurks inside the hearts of men.
That's what's up. See, there's content, y'all. Nailed that one, Todd.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep. I thought of one. I thought of the origin / prequel for A Nightmare on Elm Street. We know Freddy's actual origin. He was like a child murderer and all that stuff. But it's more of like the early days of the spectral Freddy, like when he's kind of learning his ropes and stuff. Because you don't go straight in. You don't go straight into dream murder. So I think the good origin.
It's a craft. It's a skill.
Yeah, for sure, and I think the good kind of prequel build up, of his training montage for 90 minutes, be called the Drowsy Slapper. So that's what Freddy does, and to train to kill in dreams, he goes into the heads of the drowsy and just slaps them a little bit.
It's like those dreams you have where you're like falling and you wake up just before you hit the ground. That's like Freddy just walking up and giving you a little one of these.
Yeah.
And you wake up like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, it'll still spook you. You're not going to die, but you get spooked pretty bad. Hello, Sarah. How are you? Matt?
The drowsy slapper, the dream demon in training. He gets one of those montages with like a bad 80s like Survivor song playing in the background. He's just slapping.
Oh yeah, he doesn't even have the sweater at first. He's wearing like a cardigan. Matt says there's a band name there somewhere. Yeah, it's called the Drowsy Slappers. Definitely a ska band. What else you guys got? Yeah, you guys want to talk about some other? We're basically talking about movies that need a prequel or origin story and what that would look like.
Mm-hmm.
That you could have that as a beer name. I will gift that on the Henderson Brewing Company in historic Henderson, Kentucky. The Drowsy Slapper. I mean that. I'm going to guess our Guild of Brewers is not going to appreciate you naming a beer that because it could be misconstrued.
Adam says, "Does this bother you, bitch?"
Freddie full on does the quit hitting yourself.
Not touching you, bitch.
I thought
Not touching you.
I thought of another good one. Of course, the first Iron Man movie is the origin of Iron Man, but I think they could do it even further by doing an origin story on the founder of Pittsburgh. They got to smelt that shit. That's where
So what you're saying is the prequel to Iron Man is just like one of those industrial shorts we used to watch in grade school about how they smelt the metal.
That's
Dun,
right.
dun, 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 dun. Technology, advancements in steel smelting.
Where do you think you get that iron in your desk, kids? Joel,
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, USA, the Steel City.
a city on the smelt. Joel says it's called the Forger. The Incorporator would probably be, because it's not, it has nothing to do with iron. Like the people who started Pittsburgh, I'm sure that we're not like, we need to build a town that's gonna fabricate iron. That ended up that way, but
By the way, I will say this. I went to Pittsburgh for my birthday last year. Had a big beer festival there. It's a lovely town. I had a great time.
I mean they call it the jewel of that area of the country. It is true. I mean just the, I mean it's also, I mean it was what L. Frank Baum based the Emerald City on.
Well, they don't call it the jewel. They call it the ore.
The origin story of Uncut Gems is like tectonic plates. We got a question in the yellow box.
Yeah.
Austin says we need origins for those lesser heroes. Let me push that. Does that show up? Can you see that, Todd?
I can see a little bit of it. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know. I never touched one.
I mean, I can see it. I can't see the whole question, but I see an abbreviated version of it.
Oh, gotcha.
It's right here.
Austin says we need origins for those lesser heroes like Nightman. Wasn't that guy whose alter ego was a saxophonist?
Oh, Nightman, his origin story is a little something called the creation in the book of Genesis.
Yeah.
When God separated the night from the day.
Right. Adam's throwing out all the choice quotes from these movies in the Uncut Gems prequel. Holy shit, I'm going to quake. This is how I leave deposits. Another good one you could do is for Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. The great Michael Rooker, terrifying movie about Henry Lee Lucas and his partner Otis. True story, but the prequel would be Henry, Portrait of an Asshole Kid Who's Mean to Dogs. That's all. That's how all serial killers start out.
Wait, so that would mean that in Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, Henry's last name is Huckabee?
That's right. Nice.
Matt says, can we get a prequel to Queen Elizabeth being alive at the dawn of time? Oh, they've already made that movie. It's called The Land That Time Forgot.
Yeah, I mean for sure. Like we've got that. Wait, are you saying like Queen Elizabeth rode Littlefoot at one point?
Yeah, something like that. Either that or Jurassic Park, where they used her DNA to make the dinosaurs. When that raptor kills the Australian guy in Jurassic Park, and he's like, "Clever girl," he says that because that dinosaur was made with Queen Elizabeth's DNA.
I understand. So when they ran out of frog DNA,
They tapped the Queen.
there's only so much frog DNA out there, so
Right. They got the closest thing, both in genetic makeup and age.
yeah, you got to move to the next closest thing, which is the royalty. Those inbred, those the years of inbreeding has made it very pure. I mean,
Queen Elizabeth was the monolith in 2001.
Here's another one. I don't want to spook you guys out too much, but you do a prequel to the Wolfman, the origin story of the Wolfman, which I guess the Wolfman was an origin story, but this is like it explores his childhood, and you call it the Puppy Boy.
It's a kid who, when the moon is full, transforms into an adorable little puppy.
He is, and then you can
Just petting him.
you make videos of him, all kinds of good stuff. Holy shit, Rob Elder!
What?
God bless. I'm gonna utilize that wave button for the first time. God,
I'm just gonna do this.
Rob Elder, for those of you that don't know, we do.
My wife just walked into the room and said, "Rob Elder's on."
So, yeah, Todd and I and our friend Kyle have been doing a podcast for like 31 years, and Rob has been a longtime listener of the podcast. Always asks wonderful questions. This is a perfect conversation for you, Rob. Actually, but Rob actually for our 100th episode of the podcast, Rob has a goat farm, and we recorded the 100th episode from Rob's goat farm. But we haven't heard from Rob in a long time, so we just assumed he was murdered.
It was a magical day at the goat farm. My top 2 favorite episodes of the podcast for me: Rob Elder's goat farm and Game of Thrones meal that Sarah cooked us at the Freight House.
That was pretty baller.
Yep.
Joseph is here again.
Hello, Joseph.
Yep, there he is in his quarantine hat. And of course, we love to give our local friends shout outs. Joseph's in an amazing band called Parasite Diet. Please seek him out and buy their shit online. He's a wonderful man and very good music. Infectious. I'm gonna call it infectious.
Look what I found.
What was that? Oh, a little DB.
A little DB.
Yep. Joseph, this is for those of you who just joined. We're talking about movies that need prequels or origin stories. Because last night we talked about if you did an origin story for Twister, it'd be called The Gust. So there you
The Breeze.
The Light Breeze. So basically that's
We love you too, Relder.
That's where we're at right now on that whole business. So if you guys have any ideas for a great one, or if you want to throw a movie at us, and we'll try to work our magic.
I thought of one. Last night on the old record roundup, I had the Taxi Driver soundtrack. Prequel to Taxi Driver. Obviously, it writes itself. Student Driver.
Student Driver, or what do you call those little carts that they pull along in Asian countries? Their driver's license for that.
Oh, that's the
Rickshaw.
rickshaws.
Yeah.
Rickshaw.
Travis Bickle pulling a rickshaw.
It's either the sequel is either Travis Bickle pulling a rickshaw, or it's just Travis Bickle as a teenager jerking off to porn for 2 straight hours.
That would definitely be a good portion of it, but between shifts. Uh, I knew Rob Elder would come with it. He says hard rain, which I think it has to be drizzle, right?
Drizzle, the movie.
I thought of another one, and
Either that or it's just called Cloud.
Joseph says Travis Bickshaw. Austin's throwing some choice quotes. I'll let you read that one, Todd.
Whoo. Every night I have to clean the semen off my rickshaw.
Like how horny do you need a nut in a rickshaw? Here's here's another one you could do though. You do the prequel to Zodiac, the great the great Fincher movie about the Zodiac killer. You know, of course, the famous serial killer, the Zodiac. You go back to his origins. We don't know what gender the Zodiac was. The Zodiac was never caught. So you know, you call the prequel or the origin story of the Zodiac is that girl on Instagram that posts astrology memes all day and captions it me.
That's the name of the movie. It Me.
It me.
Making a serial killer. Semicolon. It Me.
Joe. Oh. Joseph, lots of fluid when you're giving that good dick shaw. giving her that good dick shaw. Got something in the old box. Joel says, is Reservoir Puppies the prequel to Reservoir Dogs, or is that too obvious? It'd be I mean, what's a early version of a reservoir? A bucket?
Bucket puppies. Adam says Nightcrawler.
Oh, great! The great Jake Gyllenhaal movie. So it's about, you know, Jake Gyllenhaal is a kind of a sleazy. He's not even a reporter. He just rolls around looking for car wrecks and crimes to like take video up to sell to news stations. So it'd basically be, I don't know,
WPSD cameraman.
a wannabe WPSD cameraman, but he's selling it. So he's just rolling around filming sick shit. So basically, I mean, it's basically this live stream. It's Todd and I, or the prequel.
This is where it leads.
Joseph says for Reservoir Dogs is puddle puppies.
Cory, I just had a brilliant idea. We need to make the Nightcrawler prequel. And yes, it is someone. It's someone trying to driving around Paducah, Western Kentucky, filming footage that they hope to sell to WPSD. and I got the perfect person to play the part. Tim
Yeah.
Kohler.
Tim Kohler would be perfect for that. Absolutely. He'd be terrifying. If you've ever listened to our podcast, even if you haven't listened to it very long, just search any episode that says Tim in the title and listen to it, because Tim is he's a Paducah Improv member, and he has bizarre thoughts.
Joel says primordial ooze. Wasn't that a Ninja Turtle movie?
Adam says you're just driving back and forth between exit 3 and 16 all night. So again, if you guys have, we don't have to stick on this subject. We can talk about anything y'all want, because we're here for you. We're not.
That's right.
We're healing ourselves, but we're also we in the process we're healing your people. We're benevolent lords. In the meantime, there's Billy Ray Cyrus's goth son. Oh. Jesus Christ. Why are we doing this again, Todd?
Healing.
Yes, that's the ticket.
Oh, Rob Elder just commented, dressed as Billy Bob, which is a reference to Tim, because Tim actually has. Rob remembered that Tim has the full-on Billy Bob from Showbiz Pizza costume.
He does. Who also addresses the Joker, but he's a heavy-set man, so you'll see his Joker is not very terrifying. Joseph says, "Baby driver, you got fetus rider. You got the baby on board sticker."
The entire soundtrack is done by Kids Bop.
So what are you guys watching or reading or consuming? Any kind of products that you want to talk about? We're down to jabber about that.
Oh yeah, let us know, because everybody's watching a lot of movies, watching a lot of TV, reading, listening to music. Tell us what media you're consuming.
And I'm sorry, Todd. It just hit me here. The soundtrack, the Kids Bop, is very good. A lot of information's hit me. I'm sorry, I can't keep up.
Man, somebody is wearing out that heart react.
We're just flowing with them. Joseph's organizing his assortment of creams and ointments.
Hey, that's very important, because we're all washing our hands like 20, 30 times a day, or at least I am. As shit gets dry, you need ointments, you need lotions, rub on your hands, keep your skin from flaking and getting all dry and cracked.
I just pet Foot. I assume her natural oils is what's keeping me fresh. Adam says he's watched more of this than any other thing. Try to put.
We're bingeable.
How about this?
Cops.
Well, blue lives.
Right outside my window.
Yeah, blue lives matter. By the way, in case anybody was concerned, fucking fucking pathetic, dude.
My cat was like literally ripping the quarantine hat from my head earlier, and Foot's just like.
She was talking mad shit before. She just got fed, and then she was just wouldn't stop. This relationship's tearing me apart.
Rob feels like Corn Man had something to do with the outbreak.
Again, Corn Man may or may not be a character in the podcast as well. He might be a sentient man made out of corn. We never said
it's the coronavirus.
We never claimed that. You know, we talk about our podcast, but we never claimed it's good by any means.
No. Look, we never claimed this is good. We're just, like you said, this is for healing.
This is healing purposes only. I mean, this is, Jesus Christ. God. I can't wait till the food shortages hit so I can eat her. How much time? We probably got another 5 or 10 minutes, so if you guys want to...
Yeah, so shoot us some questions. Tell us what you're watching, what you're doing. I mean, give us, we're creating the content, but you're
We're nothing without you.
Right.
Rob, I got a question. Rob Elder, how many head of goat do you have nowadays? Is that what they say? Or do they say, like, I don't know. Joseph says the prequel to Foot is Toto. They also did the soundtrack to David Lynch's Dune. Who's that that just joined Wine Mom? Wine Mom is
here. Yeah.
Wine Mom is she won an award last year for being the drunkest mom.
That is it's a stand-up comedian buddy of mine in Nashville. She's fantastic.
Get the fuck out of Nashville.
As we've discussed, as we spent a couple of nights discussing on stream, Kentucky is going to war with Tennessee, and if you know what's good for you, you'll come up here with us because it's going to be ugly.
Yeah, we're not even allowed to travel to Nashville or to Tennessee or across state borders anymore, which is great.
Oh, Rob's got 140 head of goat.
Goddamn, Rob, we need to come back out there, dude. I mean, I'm serious when I say that was one of the more delightful days of my life. Was going out to Rob Elder's goat farm and recording a podcast whilst goats just frolicked around us. It was magical. It was beautiful. It was everything I ever thought. Hi, Ross.
It was one of the best days of my life. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. He did not serve us goat, though, to eat. But he gave us some kind of homemade wine or something. I can't remember what it was. And it was like, I want to say it's about 70% alcohol, whatever it was. And we got shithouse. It was a beautiful day. So anyway, we're running out of time here, but the thing we've mostly been talking about is movies that, for the new folks, movies that need an origin story or a prequel. I mean, we
yes
started with Twister and the Gust or the Breeze or whatever.
So give us a movie that you think needs a prequel. We will tell you what that prequel or origin story would be.
Yeah, and we did the You know, like the prequel to the Wolfman was Puppy Boy. You know, Ross wants to get shit house at Dry Ground. Ross, I would love to have you at Dry Ground. Actually, I've got the keys if you want to meet me there.
Oh, Rob says Roadhouse.
Oh God.
The Patrick Swayze classic Roadhouse.
Well, I mean, Roadhouse is about a goddamn bouncer. I mean, it would be the story of Sam Elliott's character, right?
Yeah.
He's the mentor to Patrick Swayze's Dalton.
Dalton.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the prequel to Roadhouse is Dirty Dancing.
Yeah. Well, and
you know the character from Dirty Dancing, not able to support himself by dancing dirty anymore because it's now the 80s, and that shit's not shocking anymore. Nobody's paying him to shake his ass anymore. Everybody's doing that on the goddamn MTV. So what's he do? He moves into bouncing.
I mean, yeah, for sure. And you don't. I mean, the other thing is you don't become a bouncer. You don't just walk in and be like, "Hey, I'm Marge. I'm here for the bouncer job. Just give me a bouncer position." I'm sorry, I'm getting hiccupy because I'm drinking a lot of beer and bourbon. When you start out as a bouncer, at first you just have you're. I mean, you start out as like the outhouse watcher at all those bars that have outhouses nowadays. There's a lot of them, or a bathroom attendant. Have you ever been to Marathon Music Works in Nashville? By the way, we got a Nashville person.
I have not.
It's a pretty like shitty kind of music venue. It's just a giant friggin' warehouse, and there's a couple bars, and but they get a lot of good shows. But like it's not quite like a punk club, but it's pretty trash. But they have bathroom attendants. They're like giving you mints and like trying to dry your hands and shit, and like. They do like, you know, these kind of mid-level punk shows and stuff. One of the most dancer and bouncer, damn near the same word, says Joseph. Easy transition.
You know, actually, I'll go one farther and give you the sequel, not the prequel to Roadhouse. The sequel to Roadhouse. Is what happens to Dalton after he retires as a bouncer, Walmart greeter.
That is the next level.
It's the best transition to make.
I remember not too long ago, I was at Walmart and some shit broke out in the parking lot. And I was shocked to see the Walmart greeter come out swinging.
Austin Madding says Greasy Strangler.
I think the Greasy Strangler is the prequel to all movies.
I think God, prequel to the Greasy Strangler, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, Passion of the Christ.
If you guys haven't seen the Greasy Strangler, I can't recommend it enough. But I can't recommend you watch it alone at all. Watch the Greasy Strangler. Watch it with friends. You'll be upset with yourself, and then about 4 days later, you're going to realize you want to watch the Greasy Strangler again.
That's right.
It's the weirdest thing. It's a movie that dares you to watch it, but by God, it is a miracle of cinema.
It is a healing journey.
Oh, and
much like this live stream.
In these times, you definitely need to watch a film like The Greasy Strangler, but do it in one of these Zoom meetings or whatever people are doing. I don't fucking know. This is my life. Todd, killing it.
All right. I think my phone's about to die, so we should probably go ahead and wrap this up.
Yeah, we're like 2 minutes away from everybody dying. So Joseph says he's gonna make people watch The Greasy Strangler at his funeral. I cannot wait for you to die.
I'm going to murder Joseph Rumsey.
All right, guys. Everybody, y'all all take care. Thanks for hanging with us, jabbering with us. It's super fun. Todd and I are having fun. Todd and I are having fun doing it. So, and we have fun doing it because you guys are beautiful people. A lot of our favorite people come and hang out with us, and we love you guys. And please be.
We love you.
If you're in a city or state that is shittier than it should be, just do your own thing. Just take care. Don't die or anything. Right?
Take care of yourselves. We love you. We'll see you time.
Yes.